fancy intro. Cha-cha-cha.
Welcome back, everybody. GTX Deseret here, and today we've got another episode of StoneBlock. That's right, StoneBlock 2. Where the blocks are 2. Okay, alright, here we go. Well, today we're back. We've got something going on. As you can see, we've got a lot of stuff in here that's changed around. Let me go ahead and show you what's been happening. We've got some critters over here. Got our little critters going, and I found out you can stick these chickens in a roost. We had 3 eggs, and I put the 3 eggs in a nest, and they hatched out, and so we got chickens. And then I started sticking them in a roost, so we've got 16 here in this roost. And look, they're laying eggs and dropping feathers like crazy. I'm not really sure what to do with the chickens. I know you're supposed to make all kinds of chickens that can give you all kinds of fancy stuff like ender chickens and redstone chickens and all that kind of stuff, but I just don't know anything about them. So, yeah. But over here, we got us a little bitty farm going. Haven't started the mystical or magical or whatever crops that do the same thing as the chickens. Haven't started that yet. Just got a little bit of wheat going. That way I can take care of the critters over here. That's about it for now. But we've added some other stuff over here. I'm not sure what's different. This up here I know is different. It's just a little small storage crate. And still the same stuff over here. So many chests. Loot scattered everywhere. But we got our resonator here. We needed our resonator to make the extra watermill back over there that we needed. And because we were missing the one still, and we needed the resonator just to drop I can't remember. I think it's smooth stone in here, and it makes stone black, and that's what you use to make the watermills. But I did find something interesting. I found markets, and so that's pretty cool. Somebody in chat told me about them when I was streaming, and so I went ahead and looked them up. There's 2 different markets here. This one looks like it's a little harder to go back and forth. Oh, look at all this stuff. There's a lead there. Ah. So you can find all the stuff you want in a market, and like it says, it costs 1 emerald, so you drop an emerald in there. And this one I've got over here just because I like it. It looks cool. But this one you can buy stuff like bone meal, saplings, seeds, and whatnot. It looks like this one has a better system to use, but it just doesn't. Maybe tap in something. No, eggplant. So it doesn't have a lot of items, I guess, to choose from. But this one looks like it has a heck of a lot more. It just doesn't look as easy to use as this one is. But anyhow, I've also got, you can see some mushrooms growing up over here. I went ahead and I moved our ender farm over here into this area. Ooh, and we got an ender lily. Nice, we got 2 of them. Boom, boom. So we're building up our ender farm, little ender pearl farm, and getting it going. So we are finally getting some ender pearls and whatnot. And over here, this little thing, I got some mycelium, and you can grow mushrooms on it, which is really cool. And if you put water in a barrel on top of it, you can get witch water. That's right, this is witch water. We can see here it's a witch water bucket, and it's used for different things. One thing I can use it for is I can put sand in there, and it turns it into soul sand. And I needed that to be able to get quartz, because then I can sift soul sand that's been made in here, and I can get quartz out of it, nether quartz. So that was pretty cool. And the byproduct is it gives me mushrooms. And what's cool about having these mushrooms is that, let me go ahead and take one up and I'll show you right quick, is that you can take, is it water? No. Okay, I'm wrong. Maybe it's in here. Maybe you have to do it in the witch water. No. Anyway, there's a way to do it. I was tinkering with it earlier, but you end up making slime. That's right, slime blocks from mushrooms and water, witch water, something. I don't remember what it was. I'll figure it out in a bit. I'm not gonna dig back into it, but I've got some other exciting stuff to show you, and then we'll tinker around with it. Anyway, I found a way. I'll have to go back and look and see how I did it. but I found a way to get slime from that, and I can't remember exactly what I was using to do it. But anyhow, back over here, we've got some interesting stuff as well. I found out they have elevator blocks in this, and what elevator blocks are is it's just 8 wool surrounding an ender pearl, and then you can pew. I just shot up here, and what I'm doing is I'm building. We've only got 3 elevators right now, but I'm building all the way to the top, so that way we can just take these elevators instead of having to run up this long flight of stairs over here. We'll just be able to use the elevator and zip right on up where we need to go up there to the to get to the nether stuff. I mean the ore dimension. But there's the watermill that I was talking about that I made. So we've got it in there. So now we finally got all 5. We'll eventually end up making more of those because as you can see, we're using 39 grid power already. And the max that we have right now because of these is 68. This system I've kind of torn down a bit because I gutted it to use it for another system over here. And what this is my little automatic sieve, and I was tinkering around trying to find a source of energy. I didn't really want to stream this or record it because it was boring. It was just me basically building stuff, destroying it, building, destroying, just to see what worked. And the system that I have so far is I'm using a tier 3 cobblestone generator which fills this up with cobble, and that cobble goes into this crucible and this crucible, and it produces lava. That lava goes over here into this magmatic generator, and I put those speed upgrades that we had found over here, and it's just keeping this power maxed out, so it's oodles and oodles of power just running through there. It is absolutely amazing. Now the other thing I did is I have some of that stone because it is a tier 3 and it's producing so much stone. It's way more that these two crucibles need. So it's also pushing stone up, and it's going up here into this sag mill where this stone is broken down into this cobblestone is being broken down into gravel, and then from the gravel down here to dirt, from the dirt what you missed it, from the dirt to sand here, from the sand, wait a minute, I got that wrong, but anyway, you know what I'm saying. From the sand it gets made into dust, and then the final output is the dust right here. And the reason I'm doing that is because this is all the stuff that dust gives us. It's got a diamond sieve in there, and look, we're getting Certus quartz crystals, and that is very important. And so it's the skystone dust for what we have planned for today. So it's given us glowstone, which is amazing. Now we can finally use glowstone. We've got unlimited supply of it because this little automated system here. But everything keeps filling up. And like I said, over here with these chests, everything is filling up. Look at this. We've just got stuff everywhere. It's scattered all over the place. Tons of stuff. This chest here is completely full. We can't even fit anything else in it. Got this one getting stuff in it. These two are full. So we just need a place to put all our stuff. It's consolidated so I don't have to keep running from chest to chest everywhere. And like we got one here, a bunch of stuff in it, one over there, here. So just tons of stuff all over the place. And we need a consolidated system to put it all. Now I am not a subject matter expert on mods and all of this fancy doohickeys, but what I did want to build is something I have used before, way back in an earlier series I did before I started using refined storage. But I used to use applied energistics, and what this is with applied energistics, you can take these fancy items, these fancy doodads, and you can actually create a storage system. So that is pretty awesome. So let me go ahead and grab some of this stuff. Alright, grab all this down here. Let me go ahead and where's my other stuff? What else do I need? Are we gonna need that? Let's see, I'll definitely need a meat controller. I need the energy cell. in the drive down there. I think that's, oh, there's a couple more hiding out up there. Now, if you remember, we got all these 64K storage things in a drop. And so I just went ahead and I put them together to make a storage cell, which will go inside the other thing we got from the drop, which was the, right, here we go. No, that's the induction smelter. Oh, I got fooled by it. Oh yeah, it is the ME drive. Okay, so it's the ME drive right here. And then over here is the ME controller. So what that's gonna let us do, that's gonna let us make a storage system. This storage system should be able to hold a lot more than what we were holding before. Ooh, look at that, fancy. We can put that drive down there. Go ahead and put this. I don't even know what I need this for. I'm just not sure. Pop this bad boy up here. I believe I can do it. I might need to put it on top of that. I'm just not sure. Like I said, I'm not familiar with it. It's been ages since I've worked with this, so I'm gonna have to tinker around with it and find out. But anyhow, bump. And look at that. Yep, there we go. We've got all this space. Tons of space that we can put stuff. We can craft right here in the terminal. So when we put stuff in there, we can just pull it over. It is gonna be amazing. Amazing. So I need to go ahead and start putting stuff in here. Let's drop that. And as you can see, it popped up there in the terminal. And I'll show you what all it can do after I get all of this other stuff emptied out and we fill that bad boy up. So let me grab that. Start just tossing everything in. Uh-oh, did I run out of power? Ooh, ran out of power, that's not good. All this awesome stuff, put it in there. Oh, well, I'll go ahead and stick my armor in there too. Why not? Just put it all in there. It's beautiful. So now, as you can see, we have all this storage space. We can stick all kinds of goodies in there. And it's not even... Look at that. Everything's still green. So when we look in the storage drive, let's see where it all went. So look at that. 50 of 63 types used. And only 25 of 65 bytes used. So we've only touched one of these little storage cells from all that. Oop, put this in there too. From all that we had. So now it's basically that all I need to do is go and get, and I can take this up too because I can craft right there in the terminal. So it is absolutely amazing. And if you're wondering, well, why didn't you make this before? It took forever to get all this stuff together. The amount of stuff I had to do was ridiculous. So if we can look here to applied energistics, I had to go in here, I had to create all this different stuff. It was just, it was crazy. Like just for the ME crafting table alone, I had to make this calculating processor, which meant I had to make an inscriber to put all this stuff together. Then I had to make sure I made the pure Certus quartz, not the Certus quartz that's mine, but I had to make pure Certus quartz. And had to make the calculation press, which required me to use the induction smelter to cook it. So there, and that's just for this terminal, not all the other blocks. So it was a lot of work, and it was just slow and tedious. Ah, the other thing I didn't show, when I was making this over here, we're using the magmatic generator that is producing the power. I also put this flux plug on there, and what this flux plug does is it takes the energy from the generator and puts it right here into this plug where it can then send it out to wherever else it needs to go. So here's a receiver here, or a flux point, and I've got it plugged straight into the ME controller here. I don't know if I actually need to have it set up this way. This is more of an item that Arti has used. I haven't really messed with it much before, but it seems to be running well. Everything is going smooth, but I don't even know if I need to have it plugged in. Guessing I do. Anyway, so let's see if it's affecting. Even with that running, it's still not touching our stuff. Our stuff is still maxed out. So we've got plenty of power coming in, no problem running all this whatsoever. So that is amazing. I'll eventually take a version of this. Like I said, I was using it to decide what to do as far as power goes. And why hasn't that lava shifted over? Oh, because that thing's full. And how to get a good sieve system going so we can get all them other goodies. But I'll take this, I'll clean it up, I'll make it into something nice. Now that I figured out pretty much what I want to do, I'll figure out some way to nicen it all up, and I'll probably do that off camera just to make it look pretty. But you can see here with the general, it'll probably be hidden behind a wall or something like that, so you don't see it, just a conduit coming out. But this is the general concept of what I'll be going with here at the start. I know there's better ways to get energy and different things you can do, but this is the way I have it right now. And this is the basically just a little network controller, and I created a network called Artex, and let's see here, allowed players. It has me and Arti on here, so that just means, not that they would do it, but that just means that Choco and Whiskey can't tap into our power source and suck all of our energy out and leave us high and dry where we can't access anything. But that's all that is there. And let me go ahead and block up this hole now that I do not need it anymore. Ooh. That was one of the things to make some of these crystals. You have to throw items into water, and yeah, just bad juju, man. But anyhow, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it right here, and I'm gonna start transferring all of our stuff from over there into the system. I know you don't want to see me just running and breaking chests and running back over here and sticking them in, so as soon as I've done that, we'll be back and we'll start with the next part. All right, well, we're back. We finally got everything knocked out. Brought some of the stuff in here, like the batteries and the furnaces over here, and I cleared out most of what we have back here in this area, so it's looking a little cleaner. We can finally spiffy it up a bit. I don't know how we're gonna make it look nice, but we're gonna have to do something in here to make it look nice. At least it's not just tons of chests. I mean, yeah, we do have these chests, but they're actually fulfilling a function on a machine. But no just random chests placed anymore, so that is cool. Took down all this stuff, got it organized, since we don't need it anymore because this is basically taking the place of it. And why isn't that stuff running? I got it turned off. Where's the holdup at? Oh, they're all out of juice. So, yeah, that is one thing I meant to bring up. Because I have this running over here, the simple sag mill. It's running, I set it up with all these ores to go ahead and pulverize and toss over here, and it's pulling too much juice. So I am going to have to make sure I set up some more like I was talking earlier and get more power going, because this is not gonna cut it. It's just not gonna be good enough. But the main thing I wanted to show you guys is this. Inside here we have all the stuff now in here. No more chests. It's just all, look at that, like 2800 cobblestone. So lots of stuff can fit in here, and yeah, it just makes it so much easier to deal with. And let me show you an example of why this is so good. Is you just type in breeder is something I need to make. Oop, not breederer. Something I need to make over there for my chickens. So the chicken breeder, I can just click on it, hit move items, and boom, it's right there. So bam. So all my items are right here in the ME system or the storage system, and it just transfers straight on over when I want to build something. So I don't have to go from chest to chest looking for each item and moving them back and forth and trying to get them into place. All items are stored right here, and eventually we'll have something going. So we have like these furnaces cooking up iron and things like that. Well, instead they will be shooting directly over here and going into the crafting terminal. So it will be set up where and like the stuff over here being sifted going into this chest, it'll eventually be set up where it just all shoots automatically over here into the terminal, and we don't have to worry about you know, going and grabbing a bunch and hauling it over. So that should be nice. That should make it a lot smoother, a lot simpler of an operation. And from this point on, the building and the getting things together should go a lot better. But yeah, that's what we have for now. And since I have the chicken breeder, let me go ahead and run over here, and I will put this thing down. I am not sure how this works or what it even does. I'm guessing here we just I don't know what I put there. Just put 2 chickens together. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. And I immediately ran over here to look in the chest and grab something, and it's all over here now. So what I need is this. I was gonna type it in and show you guys, but it was sitting right there, popped right into my eye, so we'll just do it that way. So I'll get my chicken catcher. Oh, you know what? I think I have extra chickens over here in this, so that will be something I can show you guys when I type in. So let me go ahead and drop that off, and up here I'll just type in chicken, and so it shows me all the types of chicken stuff I got. And look right here, we do have some chickens, so that is good. I kept breeding these chickens and collecting them, and I didn't realize that thing over there, can't remember what it's called, this doohickey over here, the roost, can only hold 16 chickens. So that's why I have a bunch of extra over there, and I'm not sure what happens. I don't know if they come out as maybe a every once in a while you get maybe a special kind of chicken or something that you can rebreed and try to get like mutations or something like that. I just don't know how it works, so I'm just winging it here. I don't want to look up a lot of stuff. I don't want to try to do all that, because it's kind of fun to figure out yourself. Like, I'm assuming, and I may be totally wrong here, but I'm assuming I'll need seeds in there. So let me grab 22 seeds here to get these guys to breed in that machine, because I saw a slot there, but I don't know if that's what it's for or not. Yep, that's what it's for. So, and that's what I like. You get to figure it out on your own. You put it together. I did see Choco messing around with the chickens, but I tried to get off as soon as I could so that I wouldn't see too much. I figure somebody had mentioned I need heat lamps over here for the eggs. I wonder if I need them for the chickens as well. I'm gonna go ahead and build some redstone lamps anyway, just for the heck of it, just in case it helps. I don't know if it will or not. Somebody had made a comment in my chat that it will help with the hatching of the eggs, so maybe it'll help with this as well. Okay, so let's see. I need some glowstone here. So let me get a couple of these. Drop in there. There we go. 1 and 2. And let me see. Let me go ahead and make some gravel there. First of all, let me sort this stuff by number of items. So that's gonna make it a little easier for me right now. Down the road, I might end up changing that up, but for right now, that is handy. And I can keep clicking on this. If I shift and click on it, it'll give me 64. So you got to be careful not to shift click on this, or you might end up with an inventory full of stuff you really didn't want. So I could have ended up with 64 levers there instead of just the 2 that I needed. But out of the way, critters. Doing some testing here. So let's see if I put that there, and then on top of here put a switch. Like I said, I don't know if it will help anything or not, but maybe. So there we go. Yeah, I have no idea if it's gonna help anything at all. I don't know if that's going any faster than it was before, but it is moving. So we'll see. We'll see. We've got that stuff going now. And if the chicken thing starts paying off, we might end up using that route to get our materials. As of right now, we can get pretty much most of what we need by sifting with our sifting system. But I think there is some stuff that you just can't get that way, or it's so difficult to do that it just turns it into a pain to get it all set up and doing it like that. So yeah, there's that. So we may need chickens. Plus, I like fried chicken. It's good, delicious, and it's nutritious. But anyway, that's what we have so far. We've got our ME system, or our storage system, set up. We've got the chickens working over here. We'll probably mess around with them a little more. Maybe next episode I'll go a little deeper into what I can figure out with them, because I know Choco was working on that stuff, and it kind of got the fire burning for me to see what I could get going with chickens. Then again, I might start working with crops over here. I might actually start planting the inferium crops and getting that stuff ready. I know there's ways to set that stuff up where it's automated, kind of like where you have the bonsai trees that are a little small operation that'll just constantly trickle the stuff into your inventory. And that's probably what I want to try to do, is set stuff up where it'll automatically create it and then just slowly trickle into my inventory, which in time, even though we've got all this space right here, we're gonna have this completely filled. There's 2 more empty spaces there. We're gonna have probably another couple of these set up, because things are gonna start flowing in fast and hard. But now that we have this system set up, everything is gonna be much easier to make and consolidate everything so that we can do that. So that is just too freaking handy. But anyhow, I appreciate y'all coming out, watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, and thinking about it, looking back there, I might work on my little area next time. I don't know. Maybe next episode I'll go in there behind me into my little my home, because like I said, this is gonna be the common area for me and Arti, and then we're each gonna have a house on both sides, and we're just gonna consolidate resources, so that way it'll make it a little easier working as a team, seeing as how me and Arti are the newcomers to this whole type of modded game. We have done modded series before, but not to this extent. But anyhow, if you did like, leave a comment, make sure you subscribe, and go check out everybody else that's on this series as well. Look down in the description below. You'll see links to all their stuff. Go check them out, because they've got some fantastic stuff going on. It's Whiskey Bravo Live, Choco the Chocobo. I know both of them are posting, and Arti, we might be able to still talk him into it. So keep pressuring him. Maybe we'll get him to post some videos. That would be outstanding. But anyhow, y'all take care. And Joseph, Liam, I love you boys. In fact, I love you more than pizza, Joseph. And Liam, I love you more than pizza too. It's true. It's true. More than pizza. And I love pizza. I sure do. But anyhow, Joseph, Liam, love you boys. Y'all take care. We'll see you next time.
This is X's outro. Don't forget to like and subscribe.